How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 1 of Daredevil Born Again. This episode is titled The Northern Star. Now, before we begin, I'm just going to point out the audio for this reaction is going to be a bit all over the place because my headset broke literally today. It was on its way out anyway, but because of that, I have to play the audio through my speakers, and my camera, obviously, it's camera audio for the reactions. I could probably do better audio with my microphone and shit, but nah. We keep the reactions amateur level. As I was saying, the speakers are right next to the camera, so it's going to be a bit all over the place with that. Just for this reaction, though, because next week I should have a new headset anyway. But yeah, we're back with more Daredevil. I'm hyped. 8 more episodes of goodness. Next week, 2 episodes. We've got the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer now. We know Frank's going to be in it. We know the Hand's going to be in it. And it's revealed spoilers for this season of Daredevil, because now we know Fisk isn't going to be mayor at the end of the season. Because there's no way Spider-Man will be given keys to the city if Fisk was still mayor. And of course Sheila shows up in that trailer too. So we know she survives this season. And also, because it's related to Daredevil, I guess, the Hand might be in Brand New Day, which... like, come on. Daredevil has to show up in Brand New Day, whether it's like a small little scene or a fight scene or something, he has to show up. You can't have the Hand show up in a Spider-Man film and not have Daredevil fight them. Come on. But yeah, on to the recap for last season. Overall, it was a decent season. It wasn't amazing, considering it was like 2 shows stitched together. Like pre-overhaul, post-overhaul. But there was some good episodes in there. I really enjoyed the episode where, you know, Daredevil returns and he fights Muse. I loved episode 8 last season, the ball episode. And like, you know, Dex getting out of prison. And I did enjoy the finale of last season too. The only thing I remember from that finale is Gallows' head just going... But yeah, Fisk is mayor. And now he's got an anti-vigilante task force that is basically just taking out all the vigilantes and committing crime because people are wearing masks and just killing innocent people. Like, I think one of them killed a kid last season, and New York is under martial law now, so there's curfews in place and stuff. Fisk has now got Red Hook, the port, which is a lawless port. So anything goes, like they can kidnap people, they can kill people, and it isn't illegal. And that was like the big reveal of last season. And Foggy found out about it because Vanessa wanted to buy that land, I think, right? And Foggy found out about it and tried to stop her. And then that's when she ordered Dex to kill Foggy. So that was a big twist, that Vanessa ordered the hit on Foggy. Yeah, last season was basically a loss for the heroes. Matt lost, Fisk won. You know, we have to fight back, we have to, you know, get the city to rile up against Fisk and have a revolution kind of situation where the city fights back. And that obviously is going to start with some of the defenders showing up, or at least one of them showing up, which is obviously Jessica Jones. Yeah, we also had the White Tiger stuff last season. I did enjoy that, the little White Tiger arc. I think they were decent episodes overall. But yeah, Adam, Fisk getting back into the groove for things and getting bigger. Like, I like that. Like, I liked how they handled that. Like, you know, Matt isn't Daredevil anymore, Fisk isn't really Kingpin, and then they start going back to their old ways throughout the season. I like that. Even though it could have been handled much better if the show wasn't just stitched together. But yeah, we also had the Muse stuff, which, I don't know, the Muse stuff was good for the most part, but then they fumbled it towards the end. Hopefully something happens this season that kind of fixes the Muse arc. Also, I do know John Bernthal won't be in this season, because obviously he was filming Odyssey, right, and he was doing Brand New Day and the Punisher special, which we will be reacting to because it's kind of like an epilogue for Daredevil, and it's like a 60-minute thing. So I'll definitely be watching that when that comes out at the end of this season, because it comes out I think a week after this season finishes, and it bridges the gap between, you know, Punisher and Brand New Day and sets that up, right? So I'll definitely be watching that. There's the BB stuff, I guess, that they kind of set up at the end of last season, where she's like, not everything is written under her name. Not everything she does is written under her name, so maybe she's going to do something, maybe work with Karen, because obviously now Karen's back. I assume Matt's going to be in hiding just because of the fact that, well, his apartment's been destroyed and Fisk wants Matt dead. Dex is out there, and I think Dex and Matt are definitely going to work together. They have to. To defeat Fisk, we have to team up with our enemy to defeat our other enemy that's more dangerous. Because enemy of my enemy is my friend. It wouldn't be great for Matt, because obviously, like, Dex killed, because I'm still holding out hope that Foggy isn't dead. Also, I do know about the new suit, but that was in the trailers, so I'm excited to see that in action, to be honest, because that suit looks fucking amazing. Even though it's just the old suit, spray painted. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they handle this season. I'm hoping it's good. I've heard good things. I have also heard apparently this episode is pretty slow, or the first few episodes are slow. That's common for Daredevil. I doubt it's going to be that slow. It's probably just not going to be fast enough, and there's not going to be action for the TikTok brain attention span, you know? Yeah, that about sums it all up. So let's stop lollying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
New York City is under martial law.
I'm gonna take this city.
And yet Spider-Man's nowhere to be seen.
Did Mayor Fisk fix it?
Yeah.
You paid to say that?
New York is back and better than ever.
Marvel Television, even though it's not on television, it's a streaming service, but sure. The Northern Star. Oh, so it's not related to Dex then. What the fuck? Unless it's got a double meaning. Show me the double D's. Oh, and it. So a little bit of it. Batman. Reminds me of, was it the first episode of the first season? When he saved them girls from the, like, shipping container? Kind of reminds me of that. That was cool. You saw his shadow. Ah, there they are. The double D's, finally. 10 years we've been waiting. Actually, 11, I think. See, I don't know how this is going to sound audio-wise. It might sound like fucking ass. Oh! Jesus. He's not holding back. Stop gooning. What the fuck was that? Hollow. Yeah. So what is it? A bunch of, like, weapons that Fisk is bringing into the city? They sink it? They just can sink the ship like that? Also, I love how you can see, like, shades of red in the suit. Like, he's just spray painted it. Over the course of the season, the colour's going to start coming back in. Also, I love it when they do this. Because it's a taste of the Netflix aspect ratio, but then does it in a way where it's utilising Matt's hearing. They're just capsizing the boat. How's he getting out of that? Well, I guess that's how. I do remember a set picture of this. I think Charlie Cox got a cold from this. He swam that far. We're back, baby. Not as good of an intro as last season's, but still pretty good. Matthew Lillard, Tony Dalton, who's in the credits now. No John Bernthal though. Just weird, they have an after credits scene and he just doesn't show up. Honestly, I think I do prefer this theme, like this intro. Maybe not the intro, like maybe not like the visuals, but the music definitely I prefer over the original. I love the organs and I love the humming here. Like, I love that part. Yet again, sorry about the audio. If the audio sounds shit for this reaction, don't worry, it'll be fixed next week. Wait, so this is in Josie's?
I think we hit him hard.
Good.
Man, I just can't help but wonder what is.
Ew, what is that like?
What's all that firepower for?
Ah!
Yeah.
I can't see shit.
Get the message out there that the mayor is running guns.
Well, I mean, that was inevitable, I feel like.
I need to call an affair with my
The people that ship Karen with Frank, though, are going to be pissed. What is this lighting? Ah! Stop! I'm just getting flashbanged. Ah, Buck.
This is a terrorist attack. Buck
Buck. I missed that.
was in that ship.
Yes, Buck. Yes.
First mate, so find them.
Right, so they're going after the captain.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm
Hey.
watching. I need the miles.
Who's he working for? I feel like that wouldn't destroy that kind of phone. Not gonna lie.
So,
Babe, this is the East River, okay? It's nasty. There's like 3 diapers floating right there. I'm worried about the mask.
If you're not back by 5, I'll meet you at the fallback spot.
No matter how we come and no matter what we do, Fizz just gets back up.
He's in a more powerful position now. What kind of match cut was that? Just bald head.
Brought to justice, loudly, visibly.
Well, I'm not worried about her because she survived. She's in
These upcoming
Brand New Day.
I'm definitely supposed to be here, Sheila.
Charles. Mr. Charles.
Where are you from?
So good. Langley. I don't know what a lieutenant governor actually is, so I guess we're even, aren't we, Juan?
Well, whoever you are. Yes, Mr. Fontaine.
Okay, Fontaine. Thunderbolts, which I don't think has happened yet because there's no mention of the void.
Support you.
I know that's loud on the camera because I can hear it, or I can see the levels. Huh? Oh. The thing is though, if the camera picks that up...
I ask for a lawyer, and I get a psychiatrist. Oh, please, Dr. Glenn Impartial. That's cheeky.
That's cheeky.
Fighting with the police, it seems the
Hostile.
psychological value. Mr. Duquesne, are you saying that you're not the vigilante?
Delusional.
The swordsman? I'm going to ask you some true or false questions.
Hates
There's
authority.
no wrong answer.
I prefer it be done by a professional.
Not someone paid by Fisk.
I know.
Oh, I mean she's hallucinating, but is this? Are they doing the comic art? Is he coming back? I don't fucking know.
In your trial, the only thing that might ever enable you to see the light of day can be postponed.
She just flipped there. Like after she saw Muse, she just flipped. Like she doesn't give a fuck that there's no laws there.
These people just tend to disappear, Kirsten.
Well, Matt knows where they all are.
anything?
Matt's gonna be fine, okay? He's gonna be fine.
Detective Cherry.
I'm retired.
Kirsten, we both know I don't need to be here.
I came because I respect you. Avoid the humiliation of losing the Duquesne case. You think the evidence matters?
I mean, it might.
Wow. What happened to you?
He was bought out by Fisk.
And I must respectfully say,
No.
fuck you.
Oh, shit.
That's just. I'm surprised to see you out here so publicly. You sank his ship, for Christ's sake. I mean, here's a guy that would kill.
Also, all them people that Matt knocked out on the ship, are they dead?
And light on that boat, Cherry.
Yeah. That answers my question. Thank you, Matt.
Would it kill you to reach out to her?
I can't put her at risk.
Me? You're old.
And you've never let me down. That's why I come to you. Kilio Kiriakou and Christophe Salva.
Yeah, I need you to spell those names.
Well, how does Matt know how to spell them?
This is supposed to be one of our spots.
These fucking lights.
Little Pa, look at how she sells my lies. But
That voice is pretty good.
Someone caught me, spoiled again by that dastardly do-gooder. I love you, New York.
I wonder who that was. I wonder if that was BB.
You can't afford this.
No, it's perfect. Me and Fisk owns the building, so he got me a deal.
Does Daniel know what Fisk actually did, though? Like, he wasn't there for the gallows scene, right?
I have a feeling you run on the side also getting people out of New York. We might be on the same team here.
Ah, what the fuck are they doing?
Where's Christophe?
But why are they taking him? Because he did what he was told, right?
You confirmed there was Daredevil on the boat? Yeah.
Well, we knew that.
Top tip. He's new.
I did what I was told. I just want to go home.
Nope.
I think that can be arranged.
See you later, man. Yep. I like that shot. I mean, Buck's just the new Wesley.
Yeah, thank you, Buck.
I love it every time he says Buck. Thank you, Buck. Yes, yes.
So, she's privy to all my business dealings, and I hers.
Just look at the size of him.
The people I work for are very grateful for the use of your very special port.
Organizing a salvage team. They're effective. They're very loyal.
So you have no problem killing them after they've unloaded the boat?
And nothing gets traced back to us.
Mr. Charles, or whatever your name is.
Lovely lady is correct. No, nothing.
What is his name?
That circle.
Is he a comic character, maybe? He works for Fontaine, which means he's a part of, is it Ox? Docs? Something like that? I hide cleaners, cash out me 500. Cash out?
I mean, he grows on you, but...
Also, this is cool, Karen and
No.
BB working together. We talked about that, but I guess they just skipped them interacting for the first time.
More like an I don't want you to die.
You guys were close, right?
Kind of.
He's a big part of why I'm here with you right now.
Because Fisk killed him.
Fucking strangled them. I'm here to kill you.
I'm pretty sure Ben died to save me.
Well, he didn't. He came back and then Fisk was just there.
Yeah.
Because he went to go see Fisk's mother.
Take care of yourself.
I feel like this is a bit risky though, BB meeting her outside, but...
Much easier time sending him back into a deep, dark.
She's seeing Muse again. Yep.
Of course, it's possible I entered the data wrong.
Why not just film the
I
interview?
appreciate.
We should have a drink, don't you think?
Evil spirits possess me at times.
Spirits possessing you. So, are they doing the comic storyline? Because I swear there's a storyline where Muse possesses someone. Or something like that. Or like someone takes his mantle. Is she going to become the new Muse? From the trauma of killing him?
Brutal training from a borderline psychotic sensei.
Stick. Foggy, who's definitely not dead, I'm hoping.
Just try to find...
Is that? Looks like Powell. Oh no. Oh, it's...
Είμαι ο Χριστόφης. Χριστόφης Σάββας.
Yeah. Why would they fucking come here? Why would they both go there?
Yeah, I do.
I can do this all night.
Yeah, you hit like a kid.
He's here, Daredevil!
Enough.
You're hard.
Was he having a heart attack?
I could take him.
Yeah, he's holding his arm. Yeah, the choreography is much better this season. Like, holy shit. Oof. Oh. Yeah, he's having a heart attack. He's like that. Focus. Shit. Look what you've done, Chevy. Oh. Uh-oh. So they're just gonna kill him? Oh. Bullseye? What the fuck? Is Chevy dead? Yep, that's Bullseye. Ah, the music. You're welcome. Not like Matt can read that, but thanks anyway, Dex. Oh, we're back, man. It sucks we didn't see Dex, though. Next episode. Well, it doesn't matter, we're getting 2 episodes next week anyway. Hopefully the audio wasn't too bad for you guys. It probably was, let's be honest. Overall, that was a pretty decent first episode. Who said that episode was slow? That was a pretty decently paced episode. Like, we got to see every character that we've come to know throughout last season, you know. The ending was big, you know, with Bullseye saving Matt. Which then begs the question, has, like, Dex been watching Matt the whole time, just in case something goes wrong? Now Dex knows... I was never 100% clear on that. Like, does Dex know that Matt is Daredevil? I guess he does now, because he's seen his face. But the double meaning there, because the North Star was Julie for Dex, right? Like, it's someone he kind of went to help him with his problems, right? And then when she got killed, like, he kind of went AWOL, right, and lost his shit. And then Fisk was his North Star, and then he lost Fisk, or he found out Fisk betrayed him, or whatever. Now, Matt and Daredevil can be Dex's North Star. Now, they're definitely going to work together. I think the best way to overcome Fisk, enemy of my enemy is my friend. And Dex definitely doesn't love Fisk. Dex being Dex, I don't think he'll play nice with Matt. Especially, I mean, I don't think they'll play nice with each other anyway, because obviously Dex killed Foggy. But yeah, I love the new suit. Even though it's technically not a new suit, it's the old suit spray painted black, right? And then it's got the double Ds. Which, speaking of the double Ds, I am glad they just showed it straight away and they weren't like shying away from it. Or it isn't like an instance where he doesn't get the double Ds until the finale. You know, like, I'm glad it's just like, yep, there they are, get over it. It is what it is. Like, that's better to me than just building up to him getting the double Ds. Because he has to make a name for himself now. He's operating in the dark, the DD, Daredevil, I'm still here. I just don't understand New York. I mean, we know the public are stupid. Like, in real life, in shows, in movies, everything. Like, Fisk was a criminal. Daredevil saved so many people. What the fuck are we doing? And you're trusting him over the man that saved a city? And like, if the Avengers intervened and stopped Fisk, would you say, oh, the Avengers are bad? But yeah, this episode was just a standard first episode, you know, like checking in with these characters that we've come to know in the first season, setting up potential storylines for them going forward, like BB and Karen working together, potentially BB being the Fisk, like the fake Fisk on the news. Like, I could see that. Or Daniel, maybe, is doing that. It doesn't really make sense, though. I feel like it would be BB. Makes more sense. Obviously, Dex saving Matt. Cherry might be dead. I don't know. Heather, I think, is going to have an interesting arc. Like, I don't mind, like, focusing on the new characters, because it's episode 1. Like, obviously they're going to do that. It's set up. We're re-establishing, like, there's been a time jump. We're just showing what's going on with these characters currently. Like, the next few episodes might be just Matt-focused or something, you know? It doesn't really matter. And even then, the original Netflix version focused on other characters all the time. It wasn't just strictly Matt. The choreography is definitely better this season over last season, but yeah, again, that's just a situation where the show was stitched together or they ran out of time. Because you definitely know they ran out of time with that Bullseye and Daredevil fight last season. Because, like, when you see the previs and then you see the finished product, it's like the previs is 100% better, while the finished product definitely feels like it was rushed, you know? Because they only had a certain amount of time to film it. I will say, though, the lighting this episode was kind of dog shit. It was either the lighting or just, like, the visuals. Like, every time, like, Matt and Karen were in the hideout, I couldn't see shit. It was just fog. It was just this white, bright light. Like, they need to stop with doing that. I don't know why they do it. Even though I do love the aspect ratio change that happened at the beginning of the episode when it does that. Like, I do miss the Netflix aspect ratio, but I don't mind it when they utilize the aspect ratio to show Matt's hearing. I think that's really cool when they do that. Like, some shots look really good, but some, like the one with Buck after he killed that guy, and then he was like looking up and the light was shining down on him. I like that shot. And I also love the, yes, Buck, thank you, Buck. But yeah, we got a new character introduced, Mr. Charles, aka Matthew Lillard. I mean, he's working for DeFontaine, who of course is the lead, not the leader, but she's responsible for Sentry, right, and like the Thunderbolts. It makes sense, but I don't think she'd be calling the shots right now if this was set after Thunderbolts, you know? So I think this is set just before Thunderbolts. It's got to be, because in Thunderbolts, wasn't she under investigation? So why would she send someone that works for her to Fisk if she's under investigation? And why would the DA listen to her? Was it the DA? The guy that came in and taught the Fisk, I can't remember. The show's definitely set before Thunderbolts. It has to be, because there's no mention of the Void or anything that happened, like people disappearing in New York. The events of Born Again Season 2 happens right before Thunderbolts. Because obviously in Thunderbolts there's no mention of Mayor Fisk. Right? And we know with the brand new Day trailer, like I said in the intro, like we know that Sheila is giving Spider-Man the keys to the sea. And obviously if Fisk was still in charge, he wouldn't be giving that to Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm so curious what they're going to do with Heather this season. And Swordsman, I guess, because they did show him in that scene. Hopefully Matt saves him and we get to see him being a vigilante. I mean, I think they technically spoiled it. Not they, but Tony Dalton, who plays Swordsman, or Jack, right? He spoiled that he got injured on Born Again, so that obviously means he's going to be doing fight scenes. I just don't understand where Frank is. Did they even mention him this episode? I don't think they did. It's hard for me to like speak over it, because sometimes when I've got it on the headset, I usually like pause it, but because it's easier to sync it up. But I just kept it going this time. Because the audio still plays, you're still going to hear the audio when I'm talking anyway, and the little screen's not going to show up in the corner. There's not really much I can do about that. I don't think it would sound that bad, hopefully. We'll see though. But yeah, I'm so curious what's going to happen to Heather. I swear there's a storyline in the comics where Muse possesses people. Unless I'm tripping, I swear there is. Let me have a look. Morgan Whittier. She taught an art camp. Is this just a different... This is a new comic. Part of her soul died and found itself in hell, where it was met by Muse. So what if they're doing shit like that? Like, she's being possessed, Heather, and a part of her soul has died, and then the Muse that died in season 1 comes back and he takes over her body. Or would that be too much for Daredevil? Nah, I don't think it would, to be honest. I think that would perfectly fit. I mean, we're literally talking about Daredevil, the same show where Nobu came back to life, Elektra came back to life, like the same universe. Like, sure, it's ground level. We also had last season Fisk pop a guy's head, right? Like, I mean, sure, Fisk is definitely capable of that, I feel like, but still, like, Bullseye getting thrown off a building and then just perfectly being fine. Like, Bullseye in himself, like, that alone, just him being able to hit every single shot and, like, do these crazy things isn't possible. I mean, maybe, but nah. Like, Matt's got super hearing. Like, I mean, maybe they won't go like, oh, like he possesses her body from hell or something. Maybe it's like a situation where she sees him, and then maybe he talks to her, and she ends up going like crazy. Like, it's obviously like she's becoming like schizophrenic, or like it's from PTSD, right? So she's seeing shit. And then that ends up convincing her to become the new Muse, which could be an interesting arc going into, I assume, season 3. Because I doubt she'll become the new Muse halfway through the season and then she has to fight Matt and then she loses. Like, she could be the actual Muse that we wanted in the first season. Also, I definitely feel like they're foreshadowing Matt, like, having his identity out there as Daredevil with that ending. Like, them taking off the mask, like, that's the first time that's ever happened, I think. Right? Like, obviously Fisk found out that Matt could fight, but he was watching through the camera. But, like, I think that's the genuine first time someone's unmasked him. Because it means, like, Matt's getting a bit careless. Yeah, I do wonder what Mr. Charles' real name is. Mr. Charles. I don't want to search it up just in case it is a comic thing. He could be a comic villain. Like, it's definitely not his real name. I think it's an alias. But his real name could be like a comic villain. Mr. Fear, maybe? That'd be fucking cool. I don't know who said this episode was slow. Like, I was worried going into this episode. Like, maybe not like worried, but, you know, I was expecting it to be pretty, you know, slow. It wasn't. I feel like it was just a standard episode 1. Like, we got introduced to a few characters, like new ones. It re-established the old ones. Kind of give them a storyline for the season. And it had some decent action at the end and at the beginning. So what is there to say slow? Maybe it's the TikTok brain, like attention span or whatever, I don't know. Because that has definitely affected a lot of shows recently. It's affected so much, like especially on like Netflix, where they have to like re-explain plot lines over and over and over again because they have to accommodate for the fact that people are looking at their phones. Thankfully, though, this show didn't do that. Like, they had little, references to other things, like, the stuff in Netflix, like Ben Urich and, like, the things he said to Karen and, like, his death. I'm pretty sure, I couldn't hear it well, because hearing it through the speakers, because I can't have it too loud, because otherwise you're not going to be able to hear me. So I have to have it, like, loud enough that I can slightly hear it, but not overbearing for the camera. I'm pretty sure Karen mentioned someone called Jess. Is that Jessica Jones? I mean, we know she's in the season. I don't know when she's showing up, though. What should be, like, the final episode or something she shows up in? That'd be fucking terrible. Like, why would you put her in the trailer if she shows up in, like, the last episode? Like, if we're looking at, like, comparing this to, like, the Netflix show, like, this episode, I feel like it's kind of dumb. Because episode 1s, even in the Netflix shows, were, I think, slower than this. Like, I think this was, like, the most decently paced one out of all the first episodes of the Netflix shit. Like, season 3, episode 1 was a bit slow. Season 2, episode 1, I think is my favourite episode 1 of the Netflix era. Just because, like, the mystery of who's taking out these, like, Irish gangs and shit, and these criminals, and then it's revealed to be the Punisher, and it was just, like, that little twist out I loved. Even though it was already revealed through a trailer, but still, like, I like that build-up. I'd say this episode was definitely better than last season's first episode, because the only good part about last season's first episode was the beginning. But also, like, Foggy died, so that kind of sucked. And it also, the fight itself with Bullseye sucked too, because it was just like, it was too foggy. They clearly used CGI models, and then when you look at the previs of that scene, the previs is, like, much better. Yeah, it was just nice to see, like, the action. Like, I think the action was visible this episode. I still hate some of the lighting, though. Like, it just is kind of annoying. But overall, like, that doesn't hurt an episode for me. Like, what hurts an episode is the lighting. Like, the worst episode last season was episode 7. The Muse dying episode. Like, that, like, they rushed Muse's arc and then just killed him off. I also just love how, like, Mr. Charles, like, kind of reaffirms that Fisk isn't built out for politics. Like, he's more of a in-the-shadows kind of criminal. That was his strong suit. Like, him being in the public eye now makes it harder for him to do things. Because if anything goes wrong, he's no longer going to be mayor. Because he started out last season with wanting to be somewhat better than he was, right? Like, he was holding back doing certain things, and then he went back to his old ways. He was, so to speak, born again. Overall, I think this episode was a solid starter for the beginning of the season. We've got 7 episodes to go. We've got 2 next week, which is great. Obviously, the audio will all be fixed next week, so that's going to be good. I'm excited to see where they go this season. More than likely, this will be the end of the Mayor Fisk storyline, which does suck, because I was kind of hoping that this would lead into, like, a Spider-Man Devil's Reign or something, like. But there's still that chance it could happen, right? Spider-Man's in prison in the trailer for Brand New Day. And if my theory of, like, Matt's identity coming out as Daredevil is true, what if he gets sent to prison with the Hand? Because, like, obviously Daredevil has a history with the Hand. The Hand goes after Daredevil in prison because his identity is out there. He's been sent to prison because of that, or something that happens at the end of this season. Because that's, I think, an arc in the comic, right, where Daredevil goes to prison, and then the Hand come to kill him or do whatever, and Spider-Man and Frank have to take care of the Hand and save Matt from the Hand, and then Matt has to fight the Hand. That'd be sick, because you get Daredevil, Spider-Man, and Punisher fighting the Hand. And then that's a build-up into the Defenders fighting Fisk. I don't know. That's literally all I want. I just want Spider-Man to fight Fisk, but I also want Daredevil to team up with Spider-Man. That's, like, my ultimate goal. So yeah, next week is 2 episodes, so I'm going to try and get episode 2 out on Wednesday, and then episode 3 out on Thursday. Kind of like how I did Andor, like 1 episode a day. So that's good. Hopefully that doesn't mean episode 2 is going to be bad, because the last time they released 2 episodes at once was, we had the bank episode, which wasn't bad. It was a nice little bottle episode. It was like a little comic issue where Matt just does this thing in between this big story arc. it was fine, and it wasn't too bad because we got 2 episodes, so hopefully next episode isn't going to be like that. I mean, it can't be with the way this episode ended. But yeah, I mean, that about sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.